Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to Cafe Anyway. Oh, sorry, I keep bumping my head into the wall. It's Mike Matthews here at Cafe Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to episode 2640. Don't you know? 2640. Mike Matthews. Sometimes I stutter, and that's okay because word to your mother. It is time to reflect on Vanilla Ice. Okay, we're done with that.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I've got the little Rocky the cat on my lap. And he's squirming, as cats do.
Mike's
when they're like,
Daily
I'm done
Podcast
with whatever I was just doing.
Yeah!
I'm on to something else because I'm a cat. That kind of thing. Well, it was my first day back at work after a week off. Yes, I was at my job. No, this isn't my job. This is my hobby. This is my hobby. Because life is a box of podcasts. And I do this from time to time, even though it's daily. So occasionally I get interrupted. And I got interrupted by a nice couple of days, 3 days to be exact. In which time my lovely lady friend and I watched a lot of episodes of Barry. Here's what I have to say about Barry. And this is true about this is true with every HBO Max, or whatever they call it, Max. It's named after Max Headroom now. Every show that Max Headroom puts out now, and he stutters a lot too. Yes. What was that song? That's Narcolepsy, or it was that big hit in the 80s that Big Audio Dynamite did. No, Art of Noise. I'm mixing up all my 80s and 90s bands. Well, at Anyway, Cafe Anyway, we went to, how did we get over here is my question.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Oh yeah, the podcast picture is of Point Richmond, where my lovely lady friend and I went this past weekend, as we did have a lot of time off, and we watched some Barry with the wonderful Bill Hader. And I just have to say, it starts off good, but and this is true of all HBO shows, they start off good and then something happens along the way. Occasionally they do a good ending, but it gets lost and there's the violence, and they got to have the mandatory violence and bad words. Otherwise, why have it on HBO? And that's just what you expect if you watch an HBO show. That's right. The late, great Basil the Boxer agrees with me. Not a fan of HBO. I don't think he didn't like any TV. He told me to cancel Netflix. In fact, that's what he just said right there at the end. Cancel Netflix. But yes, we watched that. I guess it started good. Then Art of Noise, by the way, had Trevor Horn in it. Trevor Horn was with Yes, just an amazing guy. He was amazing with all the early 80s Fairlight technology and synthesizers and everything. What he could do was completely, and he's got all this stuff on the internet now, or on YouTube, where he's been interviewed by a bunch of Paranoia. That's what it is. That's the one with Max Headroom, not Mitch Headroom. That was Mitch Hedberg. He was awesome. No longer with us, sadly. But yes, we had Max Headroom on that, like with his first big exposure. I don't even know if had they made the Max Headroom TV show yet? I think the song kind of inspired the weird TV show. Very dystopic show that fits perfectly on what everything else is on TV and in the movies these days.
The Fascinating Material Project.
And we also did a lot of, my lovely lady friend and I went around the Bay Area to some cool places. I'll have to post a podcast picture of Sailing Goat later on that day with the picture, the podcast picture where we were in Point Richmond. we just headed up north a ways to this beautiful secluded restaurant on the water, San Pablo Bay. Excellent Bay Area views. Excellent food. Had a great time. But, there's this guy named Tampa Bay Aerial Media or something like that is the name of his YouTube channel. And his video is amazing. He uses drones, and I'm always impressed by anybody who can manage to use a drone and weave it into their travel vlog type channel. If you got a drone, you instantly get 1,000 points. But this guy, he also narrates these videos, and it's a lot of quick edits. So he's showing you, this part of Florida, that part of Florida. But he talks in these incomplete sentences. So he sounds like this. Went to the beach, met some cool people, saw the pier, went down, I sound like Keanu or somebody else, and then went to Sailing Goat, ate a sandwich, met a goat. One problem with Sailing Goat is if you park your car in this one area where they got this cool, more podcast pictures, by the way, of some of this amazing sculpture art they got placed everywhere. A huge gramophone, alligator with lighting up eyes. But if you stand in that area and let's just say mosquitoes like you will get eaten alive. I was all of a sudden feeling all these little like pinpricks on my skin everywhere. And I look and there's all these little black dots sucking my blood. Ugh. That was terrible. But here's the thing I wanted to get to about eating around the Bay Area. This is important information, which is what you get at Mike's Daily Podcast and MikesDailyPodcast.com. As we go outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast.
Anyway.
At the last place on earth. Hey, here's where this is the thing. Any restaurant you go to in the Bay Area, be careful. Be leery. Because they're all charging, from what I've seen, 4% if you use a credit card. They're going to charge you 4%. Now, the only reason to use credit cards, in my opinion, you got to pay those things off quick because they will get you. Many a person will raise their hand and say, yeah, I've been through that mess, Mike. That's what they want to do. They want to get you. That's how they make money off you. But they also want you to get a credit card because they entice you with these rewards. And there's, for example, Costco's got a credit card through Citibank, and they have these rewards. You get 3% cash back if you use it for a restaurant. Well, now restaurants are charging you 4%. Your 3%, it gets eaten away. It's gone. So there's no reason to use credit cards anymore. It's ridiculous. Well, except if you just don't want to pay it, have it come out of your bank account right then or out of your wallet. Everybody wants cash in the Bay Area, and they're not telling you if they're going to charge you with 4%. I got hit by somebody last night. We were in Half Moon Bay. Some great podcast pictures from that part of my trip, of my week off. This is so annoying. And I understand if you're a restaurant owner, I guess I am here. I own cafe anyway. And people come in and they go outside like I do. And they stand out here in the wind with the birds and the trees. And let's say they want to buy some root beer or whatever. They're going to use their credit card. And if you're a restaurant, whatever, that allows people to pay for things with a credit card, you get dinged. You have to pay a certain amount to the credit card company. I understand that, but I'm not, you know what? I'm either going to boycott you from now on. I ain't going to use cash. What the heck? We were all progressing to this cashless world. There was this point where with COVID, nobody wanted to handle cash because the COVID would get on the cash is what we all thought. So, hey, we'll just use the credit card. You stick the credit card there. I don't have to touch anything that's coming from you. It's getting all done with, or maybe you tap your phone, whatever. Now that's all gone. We were going so well. COVID was making things so wonderful in that regard with the restaurants. Everything else, it was terrible. But with the restaurants, it forced restaurants to, hey, you got to come out with outdoor seating. Oh, which, by the way, just because your restaurant is now letting you sit inside again, keep using their outdoor area because you're going to lose that. That nice outdoor area is awesome if you got a dog. All these restaurants wouldn't allow you to sit. Hey, lovely lady friends here.
Hello.
I was on a rant about restaurants charging you 4%.
Oh.
And then also I was on a rant about how I think restaurants are going to stop with the outdoor seating soon because little Rocky's on my lap again. Rocky the cat.
You will travel into the incredible universe.
You can hold that on that. Oh yeah, we can do that. We're adjusting microphones while we're live from Cafe Anyway. Oh, listen, there you are, lovely lady friend.
Here I am.
That's wonderful. Rocked you like a hurricane. So, yeah, I like those outdoor seating areas. But if people stop using them, then the restaurants are going to cut that, make that parking space area again. Or, they're going to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to get thrown away. Use it or we'll lose it. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, love.
And here's lovely lady friend. Look at the picture I used today for the podcast.
Oh, yeah. That was at the Thai restaurant.
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
Hey, so most people are going to listen to this on July 18th. And today, if it is July 18th, when you're listening to this, is World Listening Day. So you are participating by listening to us. Thank you. There you go.
World Listening Day.
World Listening Day. Okay, and here's another interesting thing. Everybody, I'm on Threads now. Threads.
What is Threads?
Threads is owned by Meta, which is basically, Facebook. It is Mark Zuckerberg's way to punch Twitter in the face and get into a cage and fight with Elon Musk. But Threads is basically, they really don't tell you anything about Facebook with Threads or Meta. They're saying it's an Instagram app. So if you already have Instagram, and I'm on Instagram with Mike's Daily Podcast is my username, and I have all the podcast pictures there, they make it really easy to suddenly open a Threads account. But I don't know what to do with it. I guess I could post the link to this podcast. I don't know.
Do you have to use it?
Well, if you're somebody that wants to promote a podcast, I don't spend any money on promoting the podcast, so I have to do things like that.
The front panel will close automatically. Please remain seated at all times.
But there's so many other places where you can promote the podcast.
Like where?
All the other places that you upload your podcast to.
Yes, that's true. It's on a bunch of places, which you can see at MikesDailyPodcast.com. More than 10 million users, more than 10 million people applied within the first 7 hours.
Good Lord.
That's how fast it built. And Meta had singer Shakira and celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay lined up for the launch on Threads. So that's who their celebrity. Threads. And companies such as Netflix and American Airlines were posting on the app, suggesting that corporate brands are going to get in on this as well. And Zuckerberg says that Threads is a space for kindness. That's nice. I wish the world was a space for kindness.
He has proclaimed it so, huh?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see how long that lasts.
And right about the time he did that, Twitter restricted the amount of tweets that users can see. So Elon is kind of going the other way. And they limited the much-loved service TweetDeck, I've never used that, to paying Twitter Blue subscribers. It's a thing that... And I'm also hearing that Twitter and Reddit are trying hard to get people to... they're trying to get third parties. They're these... I don't know what kind of companies these are, but... That's, all that data that you're not on anywhere social media wise, my lovely lady friend.
I'm the worst person to talk about this to.
Well, then I'll shut up.
Ask Rocky.
Okay, Rocky, what do you think about all this? Oh, he ran away.
He's joining Thread right now.
Oh, he is? Okay. Threads. Thread or Threads?
I don't know.
Threads is a very scary, dystopic, what do you call it? It was done in the 80s. It's a British, I think it's a mini series, or it's a movie that was made for TV that's all about the end of the world and that the bomb, like the Russians dropped the bomb on Europe and all that. So I don't know why. No, I guess nobody remembers that wonderful movie. So that's true. You can look that up.
I believe you. I've never seen that movie. Hadn't heard of it.
Look who's here.
Hello, the message, Madame Rootabega. Hello, lovely lady friend. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, madam?
I'm good. Did you like the TV show Betty?
Betty?
Betty.
I did enjoy it. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh, what do you think?
Yes.
Madam, have you
No.
been in that way with Barry?
Yes.
Oh, I knew it.
Yes. No.
Didn't you think the last one we saw before Comcast took HBO away from us? Didn't you think that last one was really ridiculous, that last episode?
It was absurd. It was different from what they normally did.
I guess that was a good one to end on, because I don't know how it's going to go after that.
Yeah.
I guess we won't know. We're not going to pay for Max or whatever they call it now.
I guess how much longer can you draw out the theme, right? Like, he's an assassin. He's trying to live a straight life. He develops a conscience. And he's sort of living this double life.
Isn't this the same as the Dexter?
I guess it is, huh?
These one-name shows.
I never finished Dexter.
There were all these shows that had "of" in the title, like Game of Thrones, House of Cards. I'm done with all these shows. And now they're just like one name. Luther. We were on Luther for a while.
Yeah.
Although Luther is more of a cop drama, solving things, very gritty. It's over with. They filmed it 10 years ago.
It's like a graphic novel, Luther.
Yeah. Very violent.
Yes.
But look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Hey, lovely lady friend. I heard that you and Mike had a good weekend day.
We did.
Yeah, good weekend. Do you know that?
Yes, we did. We went to Half Moon Bay. It was very overcast yesterday. And that's where I got dinged with the 4% on the credit card.
Yes.
But we saw a beautiful pink sky. That's what happens at the beach here in California when it's overcast and the sun's going down. You get a pink, fiery red, pink sky.
Yeah.
Kind of raspberry-ish. It was very cool.
Like pink cotton candy.
Yeah. So, I guess that I'm going to read you this real quick.
I'm loving that tracksuit, by the way, Valentino.
Thank you, Day. I just bought this. It's very nice. Do you like it, Day?
Yeah.
I wear it when I'm on my Peloton, Day.
Yeah, Peloton.
Nice.
You know that?
Nice.
The California Department of Alcohol Beverage Control. Did you know we have an ABC, an alcohol beverage control?
I did not know that.
I know they have that in Alabama and Florida. My mom used to buy all her wine at that in Florida. You have to go through that. Well, we have one apparently. And they are doing the issuance of new on-sale general and off-sale general licenses and authorization of the intercounty transfer of on-sale general and off-sale general licenses next month. What does that even mean?
Some kind of regulating body.
Oh. Okay.
Magnification.
Only one priority application will be accepted from any one applicant per county for each type of license. This is crazy. What does that mean? If you want to be able to serve alcohol, you have to pay a fee of $17,335. I got this sent to me for some reason.
Maybe this is why the cannery is closing.
Oh, that's right. Big news. The cannery is closing.
Well, we don't know if they are closing, but they're temporarily closed.
They look like they are closed. We were very shocked because that was part of my list. I won't say bucket list, but it was just a list of things I wanted to do on my week off. And that was, dang, I was very sad. Because we would go there. And although we have gone there where they didn't bust their tables at all, and it was like a stinky mess. Yeah. So good riddance. Cannery. No, we I don't think they ever charged me 4%. Maybe that was the problem. They were going to say, no, we're not going to charge anybody 4%. So that's it, lovely lady friend. I want to thank you for being on the show. Was there anything else you wanted to cover?
No, my love.
All right.
I'm actually a little tired.
What? I got to walk another 2,000 steps. Oh, hey, what's the name of your friend? I'm patting you on the knee, I swear. What is the name of your friend that wants to do the podcast where she talks to her friends and has the interesting stories?
Yes.
I mean, we don't have to give her a last name, but what was her first name? Claire.
Yeah.
And she's got an Instagram that's all about ramen.
Yes.
So she might be doing a podcast. And she was asking me, should I do a video, a vlog thing, or should I do a internet or a podcast? Because they're two different things. A podcast is not video, contrary to what people are just lumping things into things. That's not, no. It is different. So, oh, look, they're having comedy night at the Kaleidoscope, the place I showed you that's in Point Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
Where the podcast picture's from. They're having that today? Yeah, at 5:30. Oh, that's already over. So, see all the things going on in the Bay Area. It's crazy. So, keep an eye out for the Ramen Claire lady and her show about life and talking to interesting people.
Yes, that's a good plug, love.
Thank you.
Yes.
And with that, I want to thank you for being on the podcast impromptuly.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to hearing later about your first day back at work.
Oh, I got some stories.
After vacation for a week.
Lots of discussion about overtime. Oh, that issue will not go away. Okay, I'll tell you all about that. And then maybe the podcast listener will hear an abridged version, a censored version of that, a watered down version. But if you would like to call me and leave a message and give me an opinion of anything we covered today, 510-228-4640. I was talking to you, lovely lady friend. You can do that. Or you can just tell me right now. Or the listener can do that too on National Appreciation of Listeners Day. World Listening Day. 510-228-4640. And with more ways to reach me, here's Ariel.
Mike's Daily Podcast Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com.
Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!